Hey, Mr. Glacier, and today we're going to have a look at another war recap and another perfect war. So there we go, 45-29. Let's just get straight into the attacks. Let's just go straight in. Now this was a base that had been scattered by a low-level attacker that had simply dropped a whole heap of balloons around the outside. So that's why we knew that balloon would trigger a couple of black bombs there. And of course, using the Queen Walk tool. If you don't know what that is, I'll put a link up above there right now. It's a tool that you can use to help identify or predict which way the queen will walk. Once you do a queen walk with the queen, you can use this tool to help you predict which way the queen will walk. So in this case, the attacker used the tool to predict that the queen would walk south after taking out the army camp, which is of course what she does. So we'll just dropping the hog to try and get the clan castle out. Of course, that cannon was in the way, so it didn't quite work. So witches and bowlers coming in, jump spell already down, so you can see what's needed. A whole heap of giants coming into that area. Now, you know that raged giants, the beauty of the raged giants is that they do a tremendous amount of damage. They just rip through stuff like crazy. Level 8 giants they go ham on things like boom, there it goes, and down everything goes. Activate the warden's ability. Everything's immortal for a little while. Bowlers have gone walking around the outside. Now we did have another Town Hall 11 hit this as well, and made sure that stuff on the outside, just there at the bottom on the right that you could see, was cleared away to make sure that all the troops kind of went into the base. And it was a 3-star as well. So, and it was basically the same principle, and that was this. Same thing with ring bases. Clear all the stuff away on the outside, then send the core gutting troops in through the middle. And in this case, the only thing to be dealt with in the middle are the Inferno Towers. So get a couple of balloons in this case a whole clan castle full of balloons, and have them raged, and that's it. Rage balloons onto the Inferno Towers. Inferno Towers can't cope, and game over for them. So the threat of the Infernos has been neutralised. Clan castle's got the poison on it. Queen, warden, and some witches and so on in there doing the deal on the enemy clan castle. No problems there. King with the bowlers walking around on the outside. No problems there. Now look at this baby dragon coming in at the bottom. Now remember, the queen and the healers had all just walked around the outside, and with the scouting attack knew that there was all the air bombs were on the outside of the base towards the Teslas and things like that. So there was no threat of air bombs in the middle of the base. So left it open to send a baby dragon in at the last minute. Could have been 5 minions as well. That would have done it as well. But yeah, so that's a lovely little 3-star from Town 11. So let's pop into the next attack now. And this one's a Queen Walk attack. That's what we've got. We've got a Queen Walk air attack going on here on this base. So the Queen Walk will be starting on the right-hand side. There we go. The Queen's down with the healers on her. Now the king and the king will be used for funneling purposes. Here we go. The king is just been dropped to the left of the queen, and a couple giants up there with the wizards to try and take out the trash and hopefully take out the archer tower. But the wizards decided that they were going to target the pump instead of the archer tower. So the archer tower lived, and the wizards didn't. King's taken out that bottom quadrant, or bottom section at least anyway. Queen, raged healers, keep her alive. She's taken out the enemy queen. Enemy archer tower goes down, about to draw the clan castle. There we go. Clan castle troops come out, get the poison on them, and that will be it. The queen will just take out the clan castle, and it's pretty easy pickings for the queen to then get onto the air defense and archer, and that will just leave the other part of the base vulnerable to the air attack. Now you'll notice that the sweepers are both facing down, and that the attacker is coming in from behind the sweepers. So that's something to note. Air skellies have popped, black bombs going off. So also the thing to keep an eye out for on this attack is towards the end you can see the lava hounds coming in at the bottom to go to that air defense from the bottom side, so that the balloons can take out the Wizzy and Teslas down at the bottom side. Now the thing to take notice here, now the balloon won't take out that bottom Tesla there. Now keep an eye what happens to the bottom Tesla shooting this lava hound. There we go. It's locked onto the lava hound, and the wizard is shooting at the same time. So just keep an eye, and boom! Look at that. It all happened at the same time. The Tesla shot the hound, exploded the hound, as the wizard did its last shot, killed all the pups, just as the wizard tower all went down, all at the same time, all happened at the same time. So we'll just speed this up a little bit now because it's just a bit of cleanup. So that's not something that you see often. Sometimes you will see the hound pop and the wizard shoot everything, but not it all happen at the same time where the wizard goes down. Okay, let's move on to the next attack. And yeah. Okay, let's go in. We're going straight into a hog attack, and no bowlers in this one, and you can tell there's no bowlers because there's no rage, usually bringing a rage for bowlers. So you've got the golem going down, then the wizards to make sure the outside gets taken out. You can have wizards in the middle, but notice how the outside is gone. Now the king can come in. Beautiful little trail of breadcrumbs for the king to just follow straight in. He'll lock onto the queen. Now the expo will just be interesting to see. Did the expo lock onto the king or the golems? I couldn't really quite tell. That is a little bit of a danger sometimes that when the king aggroes onto the queen that he might get in front of the golems and tank and get the aggro of the expo onto him, but that's the price you pay, I guess. So the bowlers have gone in. No rage for the bowlers. So you did notice that, no rage for the bowlers. Now why would you bring in bowlers and not rage them? Because you know that you needed to have your hogs be healed in 3 spots. So determining what you can get killed and down and damaged with the bowlers. Now I always say this, if you're going to be doing a gobo ho, that's the bowlers with golems, and you're going to drop a rage spell for the bowlers, you have to firstly, before you decide to do that, understand where you absolutely are going to need to place heal spells for your hogs. If you don't need to place heal spells for your hogs, that's a different matter. But if you've worked out that there are 3 spots that you need heal spells, then you can't really devote a rage to the bowlers, because unless they're going to take care of those spots for your hogs, then you need to change up. You need to just let the bowlers go in with the tanks and do what they can do as far as extra damage goes without a rage, because remember you can go in with a hog attack without a rage. There we go, 22 hogs, so you can still bring a good lot of hogs. Okay, let's move on to the next attack. Alright, here we go, the next attack. We've got a bit of a queen walk bova going on. So you've got the hog going in to draw the clan castle. There's a little bit of a pause while the thing is zoomed in. Make sure you've got all the clan troops. And now the witches come out with the healers, try and deal with the clan castle coming out. Now the beauty of this sort of attack on a square base like this is that it doesn't matter where the queen started. If the queen goes to the right and you can come in where the mortar is, that's fantastic. If she circles around and goes to the left and you can come in where the mortar is, roughly speaking, or where the cannon is, something like that, well, that's fantastic as well. So in a square base, it doesn't really matter. And the reason is, when you're coming in with the bowlers and the Valkyries, both of them aggro onto heroes really, really quickly. And it's like they decide that the heroes are their favourite target. So both bowlers and Valkyries do that. So they will make their way through the wall. If the king comes on, and you can see the king's where the king is. If the king decides he wants to come and bash on a Valkyrie or whatever, the Valkyries will just lock on him really, really quickly. And then, of course, the queen's right in that area as well. Once the Valkyries lock on the king, the queen will get onto the Valkyries, and then the Valkyries will say, well, you're next, and they'll come take her out. And, of course, so the deal with this sort of attack is you're going to be bringing in rage, 2 heal. Now, you don't normally bring in wall breakers. You can if you'd like to control the Valkyries a little bit more, but if you're happy to just let them run amok, you just bring in 2 rage, 2 heal. The Valkyries just go through walls like they're not there when they're raged. Of course, then the heal spell keeps them up, just like you can see here, keeps the Valkyries up, keeps the bowlers alive, keeps your heroes up, keeps everything going. So, and of course, you've still got the healers because the queen has come in, walked and joined as well. So we'll just speed this up now. Most of the troops are down, all the spells are down, so we're just basically waiting for it to all happen. So I'll just speed up so you can see how it all eventually happens. Still has 2 wizards and 1 archer. Get the archer on the right hand side. Builder's hut, there we go. Not needed. The troops came over and did it. I've got a wizard on the top builder's hut. That's taken care of. Valkyries have broken back into the wall, while the golem came over there for a bit of a walk and basically distracted all the weapons. Even if the golem hadn't gone over there, it was basically going to be a wipeout anyway. So let's go on to the next attack. Okay, this is another go boho. Now what I was saying before with the go boho is before you decide that you're going to be dropping a rage spell, or even if you're going to do the attack at all instead of a go-ho, you firstly need to identify your threats. That is the 5 questions. One of the 5 questions that you need to know what your threats are and where they are, and decide how you're going to nullify them, how you're going to neutralize them, how you're going to deal with the threats. Now, obviously with a hog attack, one way to deal with the threats is you put a heal spell on the threat so the hogs can get through them. Another way is that the kill squad takes out the threats, such as the queen, such as an expo, something like that. For instance, if you've got a jump spell here, you can place the jump spell so that it gets access to a double bomb compartment where an expo might be. That kind of thing. These are all parts of the plan. Now, if you find after doing all that that you need a heal spell for 3 places in the base for your hogs, then maybe you need to rethink the plan, because otherwise you're doing nothing more than hoping that your hogs will be able to do it. Now, if you decided that they needed the heal, then that means they need the heal. And that also means that you can't come in with the rage for the bowlers. So you have to do what we saw earlier, and that is let the bowlers just go in with the tanks, let them do what they can do, and then take out the rest of the base with the hogs and 3 heal spells, so that you're going to be making sure that your hogs survive nicely. So we've just sped this up a little bit right now, just to see the end of it as another go boho attack. But this time it had a rage spell involved with it instead of just all the heals. And there we go. So that's it for that. And let's have a look at the end. So just so you can have a look at what the troops were used in that one. Okay, so let's have a look at the statistics of the war that you can see there. Yeah, we went 20, 45, 29. So that was that. Now we'll pop over and we'll have a look at our clan description. So you can see there, we are after clan members. So if you do want to join, here's all the details you need. The clan tag is YYPGYCGU, YYPGYCGU, and of course we accept all people coming in through Discord, and the server address is capital V, U, small u, capital R, then small w, small j, and small x. That is it. And if you just want to have a look at our war log, I'll just make the war log's public anyway, but you can have a look there. So yeah, after Town Hall 9s, 10s, and 11s, no engineered anything, no .5s, no engineered bases. You must have all the weapons for your Town Hall level, and ideally Town Hall 10s, please be Heroes 35 instead of brand new Town Hall 10s who won't be able to do anything for 3 months. We'd like to be able to have you participate in our wars straight off the bat. As we are about to embark on our entering into the No Dip League for the 2nd season, we're just doing the preliminary wars now. So if you'd like to join us on some of those as well, Town Hall 9s, 10s, especially Town Hall 10s as well, do please join through Discord, and we'll go back to the details there of the clan details so that you can see what they are. There are our details that you need. Do please join us on Discord, and we'll have a look at your base and get you in and see how you go. So anyway, question of the day. Question of the day. When a crazy person walks through the bush, what path do they take when they walk through the bush? They take the psycho path. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the attacks, that you had a little bit of a look at the sort of things we do in our war. Please leave the video a thumb up. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.